Right, with the Kiwi Lads channel, we are here for the quarterfinal of the Vancouver Sevens. This one is a huge one, Fiji versus France, but I think the thing that makes this so big is the opposition if they win this game. Whoever wins this game has to go on to face either South Africa or Samoa. That is not going to be a very easy semi-final at all, but it should be a very exciting one while we are at it. But now the game is only about 4 minutes away. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you're excited for another day of Vancouver Sevens. Looking through at South Africa's, in fact, not South Africa's, I'm on the wrong game. That is the game that is coming up very, very soon, but I'm looking forward to seeing the result of this one and that next game. But for Fiji, in this game, it is going to be Vakurunabili and that starting lineup, Kanakovata, Dalgunu, Nathunyo, Jerry Tawai, Rasaku, and then it will be Naduvalo, who has scored so many tries in the last little while. But Nathuno, he has been an absolute star for the Flying Fijians as well. Looking through at the French starting lineup, it will be Legao, then Hayad, Rivage, Riva, then also Eregua, Epe, and then Grandidia is going to be in that starting lineup as well. So a strong French side. We haven't really seen too much of them so far for the channel kind of point of view. We haven't actually done any of the games of France, but they did have a tough game in their first matchup where they did actually have a draw in their first game of Pool A. But nonetheless, we are almost ready to go for this game. Looking off the bench, Teba is there for Fiji. He is going to be a big player for them. And also Bukayaro is another one who could be a super sub. But then Trabal and also Jordan Sefu, he scores a huge amount of tries any chance that he gets. And we are only moments away from possibly getting to see him come off the bench and have a real impact. But do let me know your score predictions in this one, ladies and gentlemen, and also who you think will be able to score the first try. Last time, I said it would be Kanakaivata, and it was Rasaku who was able to score the first time. This time, I'm going to go Jiro Tawai. And also, all the way, says Leon, and also, good morning, champion. Says Sebastian, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. And Sethi has said, go Fiji, go. And yeah, it's going to be a very exciting one. So whoever wins this game goes on to face off against South Africa or Samoa. And then the next game that is going to be taking place after that next South Africa-Samoa game is Argentina versus England. Whoever wins that will go on to face either the winner of New Zealand and Australia. So a couple of big matches coming up for this stage, and then the semi-finals later on today, followed by the finals. We are going to be covering them all on the channel, so I hope you guys are all excited for a big day of sevens. We are currently sitting 5:40 a.m. New Zealand time, but we were certainly not going to be missing this game for the Flying Fijians or for the exciting French side that have got the likes of, Jordan Sefu off the bench scares me a little bit because he is going to be able to have a really big impact, but Ratu Rafiri off the bench for Fiji could also have that same impact, and it's 3:40 a.m. in Australia, says Jesper. So yeah, we've got a couple late nights for us guys in the Southern Hemisphere, mainly in the Pacific, because I know that in Fiji and Samoa it must also be the middle of the night. So I do appreciate all you guys who have made the trip to wake up early to watch along with some sevens with myself. But now Legal, he will be excited for this game, but looking alongside them is the Flying Fijians, the tough Fijian outfit that want to go all the way once again. They did win the gold medal in Singapore, beating the Kiwis in the final. We could see a repeat of that final. But I think the matchup that I'm more excited for is the possibility of Fiji versus Samoa in a semi-final. I feel like that would be an absolutely insane game to watch, and that will be taking place in only a few hours' time if that is the semi-final that does happen. Thanks, Kiwi lads. Says Parashas, no worries at all, mate. I hope you have had a good day/night so far and are excited for some sevens to get underway. But the first game for France was a 12-all draw up against Argentina. Next game, they did lose to Ireland. In fact, sorry, they won against Ireland. And then Fiji, 3 from 3 so far. They are starting to make a very nice record for themselves since they lost to Ireland in that very first game of the Singapore Sevens. They have not lost since. And now they have got a big opportunity in this quarterfinal. We have got there Atanaisa has said, go Fiji. And now 2 seconds away. And this game now for the quarterfinal is underway. Fiji versus France. And it is going to be Nathunio who will be kicking this one off for the Flying Fijians. Right, he is looking down to the short side. And Rasaku going to be chasing this one hard, but instead knocked back by Fiji. They have got this one on their side. And because of it, it is going to be a good attack and run from Tavita Dalgunu, getting wrestled backwards. Almost a tackle made by Lagal once again, trying to shove off everyone. But in the end, Paulo Riva was able to take him down for Corona Kabili. I can't say his name still, and it really annoys me. And now backline movement. This is looking good down the wing. Kanakaivata pop on the inside, and Thunu scores for Fiji. They have already been able to get themselves one. That one only took 29 seconds. That was almost quicker than the last game that they played in, where they did score an extremely early try. Go, Fiji, go, says Kalameri, and also Fiji by 17, I reckon, says Sebastian. It was brilliantly done from Kanakaivata. Just have the wherewithal to be able to know exactly where Nathunu was going to be. Found the little pop pass. Nathunu scores. And Fiji, I mean, they're going to be a hard side to beat in this competition, that is for sure. We knew that already, but now seeing them in action up against France, getting that such early try, it just makes you more and more nervous for South Africa or Samoa, who are going to be playing them next. And that game is taking place next, ladies and gentlemen. We are covering that on the channel also. But Fiji getting the conversion over. And now after 1 minute in this game, Fiji are sitting 7-0. It's a brilliant start. This is the first time that these two sides have met in a quarterfinal since Paris 2019. So it's been quite a while since we've seen the two sides up against each other in action for a quarterfinal Huyard, I believe it is. That it's just been dragged down 40 meters out from the French line, but they've got an attacking opportunity now to try and get themselves on the board. Looking short side, Epe has lost his footing. It seems to be something that's been quite common throughout this competition. Hopefully the scoreboard updates itself in a very short moment, ladies and gentlemen. 2-7-0 in favour of the Fijians, although now it looks like maybe there's going to be a little bit of an opportunity. Hayard to try and make a couple extra meters. Fiji get the penalty. Kanakaivata gets straight over the ball. Tosoviti in it there as well, says Nazo, and go Fiji go, says Kalamedi. And Ava has got the Fijian flags there. Currently Fiji, they've got a strong supporter base and they've got a strong lineup in this matchup. They're going backline movement once again. Now the captain, it's wrestled down at the moment, sitting 40 meters out from the line. Good counter ruck from France, though they've been able to steal that ball and the breakdown. And now this could be danger for them. Looking to the short side. This is a great run from Epe. He's got too much toe. And he will be scoring the first try of the match for France. So they are actually back into this contest now. They will make it 7-7. And the scoreboard's still asleep. I guess it is 5:40 a.m. here in New Zealand. So I guess that is its only real excuse for this stage. But 3 minutes gone in this first half. And it is 7-7 out. There we go. Must have woken up. It wasn't too happy with me. They're going short side to Epe, who just backed his pace. And Nathunio, he almost had him. But just didn't quite work out. And like they're saying, Nathunio to be able to outrun him is actually not very easy to do at all. That was a good run from Epe. He gets a pat on the head from one of the fellow Fijians. That is going to make the score now 7-7 between these two sides in the early stages. But Epe currently tries in a series. It's actually sitting there 28. So if he gets a little bit more, then he will be able to go to the top French try scorer of a series, which will be huge for him making history. But now Fiji have got this ball back. Currently passing it across their backline. This is going to be in the hands of Rasaku. And he is just phenomenal. Almost found the offload up. Taken nicely, though, by Nuruvalo. Still available for them. For Billy, the captain, he has dropped it forward, but it's going back for the initial advantage. This is going to be danger. I think someone's going to the bin. Okay, number 2. Second deliberate knock on, and Hayard is going to be going to the bin for the next 2 minutes. That is huge for Fiji having a man advantage in a quarterfinal matchup. He can't quite believe it, Hayard, but it was the second one that we have seen from France. Oh, okay. Hayard, the reason he was so confused was because he didn't do it. It was actually number 4. So they sent off the wrong man. Then they went, hang on, you're still out here. We're going to switch you. So now, yeah, they're still down to 6 anyway. But it was a deliberate knock on for the number 4 for France. And also be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get the master to 11K. And there's Sebastian. We are getting closer and closer every single day, that is for sure. And also Nazo is here. And also Yellow Card says yes, but it was indeed. But at the moment, Jerry Tawai about to feed this ball. That man has got a huge amount of experience. And Sevens, that's a penalty now to France. In fact, it's a free kick in favour of France due to Fiji. A little bit of an early push there. I believe it was from Vakurunabili, the captain, whose name it's really annoying me. It's the only Fijian name that doesn't roll off my tongue. But now he is about to get the ball. Maybe Norovalo kicks it in behind. Waiting for this ball to bounce up. It's nicely taken by Epi. The try scorer bounces out the side. And now this is going to be a bit of trouble for France. Only 10 metres out from their own line. Great counter-ruck. No, it's a penalty. They're trying their best. But now taking a quick tap. Offloaded out the back line. This will be the try for Fiji. And this time it is going to be Dalgunu who goes over and scores the try. And also we've got there France will win the game. And also we've got there, please give me a match-free link, World Rugby YouTube channel or World Rugby website as your best bet. So be sure to check that out because some countries you can actually watch it for free, depending on whereabouts in the world you are. But other than that, I think they are all behind like subscription-based services, unfortunately. That one, and also ref, off you go, Frenchman, but I wasn't even involved at ref. Did I start? There's Sebastian. That's going to wait to the left-hand side. But I guess you would think handing out a yellow card that at least know who they're supposed to be giving that yellow card to before giving out. Okay. So at the moment, Dalgunu just having a bit of a conversation with the referee about that scrum penalty from a little bit earlier on. And they were saying that he was just pre-engaging a little bit. Now about to kick this one off. Nathaniel, he's just been great for Fiji. I feel like that's about as deep as you need to go. He's just been phenomenal. Well, and also please give me match-free link, World Rugby YouTube channel as your best bet, or World Rugby website. Those two, you'll be good to go. Just type in World Rugby. That's a great run from me, but he's been ankle tapped. Brilliantly done by Nathaniel, who almost got bit for face on the outside once again, which is something we don't normally say. That ball bouncing back onto the side of Fiji. That is something that we say very often. Now, Jerry Tawai passing it across, 30 seconds left in this first half. Another good attack and run here. Passing it out wide to Kanakaiwata. And able to break through the tackle. Another penalty. That time it was against River. Taking the quick down now, Dalgunu. And it seems like they're just going to keep on flying at the line. Fiji, Rasahu. He's got the man with him. He's fended one. Pop pass up to the next. The hands on Nathaniel. He was driven backwards. 9 seconds left. Oh, that was a risky pass from Fiji, but it's worked out for them. They've still got it in the back line. Jerry Tawai, that's another deliberate knockdown. Uh-oh. Someone else is going to get a fun trip to the bin. And unfortunately, it's another one down. And that is going to be Grandidier, who has gone off the field now for the yellow card. And also, they're not streaming, mate. First time since the 7 series has begun. That I can't find World Rugby's live stream. Have they not? It seems weird, doesn't it? Because they did Singapore last week, didn't they? If I'm not wrong, that is going to be now Norovalo. Finding the offload back. It's going to be pop pass from Fiji on the halfway line now. And it looks like a little bit of a reset here for Rasahu. Who's trying to go straight through. Beautiful offload on the inside. Takana Kaiwata. And now this is looking good for Fiji. Oh, the ball's been popped up. And it might be a knock-on. No, it's not. So Norovalo will go in for the last try of the first half. And also, we've got there. Good morning, Patty. Says Sebastian and I. Says Patty as well. So welcome in. Hope you are doing well. And also, Sebastian, have you matched link? And there says Nika, unfortunately, by the sounds of it, they don't actually have too many places showing the game. For New Zealand, it's Sky. If you're in the Pacific Islands, Sky Pacific is actually probably your only option, unfortunately. It was good offload play. Dalgunu then found the pop pass up, and it went straight to Nurovalo, who did go in and scored himself the try. But now it is going to be, just sneaking inside of the right hand upright. And now it is going to be at halftime, 19 points to 7 for the Fijians. So the next game that is taking place, it will be Samoa taking on the South Africans. And that should be a very exciting contest. And whoever wins that faces the winner of this game, which at the moment does seem like it is going to be Fiji. Currently now 19 points to 7. A good start to the match for the Flying Fijians. And they just need to keep that pressure on. Ioane Teba, when he comes off the bench, he is certainly going to have an impact. Ratarathiri, also another player. Bukayaro, Matana, and Saro. They are the bench that Fiji have got. Whereas for the French, they've got Trabal, who can still come off the bench. Yuris Simon, and also Jordan Sefu. He will be an exciting one to see in the later stages. But currently, they are just showing the Samoans warming up, the South Africans warming up. And also, what was the yellow card for? It was for a deliberate knockdown. And then the next time, it was a deliberate knockdown as well. So, yeah, both times the French ended up with those yellow cards due to smacking the ball down when they shouldn't have. I guess is the best way of describing it. Currently now, I've learned that it's sitting like 8 degrees here in New Zealand. It's actually quite cold. for a morning. I'm normally up throughout the night, so my body gets acquainted to it. But my bed was quite warm. But we did get up. We're doing all the sevens today. And then I got a George coming round for the afternoon. But currently now, we are just watching a few of the Fijian supporters. They were here yesterday. So I actually started to recognise a few of the crowd. And the World Rugby YouTube channel was supposed to stream the games, but for some reason they don't. I can't help but link, mate. And there says Sebastian. So now it is going to be kicked off by France. Will be Aragua. Will be getting us underway for the second half in this matchup. It's kicked off quite nicely down to the 22. Fiji have got this ball back, and it is going to be in the form of, I believe it was, oh no, that's a knock on from Fiji. But the man who did have the ball initially, who I didn't actually read out, I believe was the Nathunio. Now going to be the hands of Legao. They decide against the quick tap here. Okay, thank you. And I'm off to sleep. Can't last much longer. And there's his pity way to get him. No worries at all, mate. But we might see you later on for the final, perhaps. Which at the moment, dream final once again for me is probably New Zealand-Fiji. But I'd love to see New Zealand-South Africa, Australia-Samoa. That would be quite an awesome matchup to be able to see take place. But now going to be available at the back. Almost a little knock-on from France, but they've still got this one on their side. And if they score first here, Riva trying to attack the line. But if they do get that first try, it will really help them get back into this match. And it's a beautiful offload. And now straight away it is going to be Travau. He's got pace, he's got power, and he scores the try to get the French back in the game. And currently playing with 6 men on the field, I should mention, as well, with Grandidier, who was off the field for that yellow card. But it's a brilliant run for just the ankle tap. And Nathuno, he has to make them because or else then they're going straight through. But beautiful offload to Travau. And Vakurana Billy was unable to catch him there. And good night all. Enjoy the stream and see you for the end. Says Paddy Wagon. We will see you later on, mate. Now lining up this kick. An important kick for Riva. He's got it over. Pretty accurate kicking from both sides throughout the early stages of this quarterfinal. Now 5 minutes left. Could go either way at this point in time, I would say. Probably more than likely still on back in Fiji. Sitting 19 points to 14 up as of this current moment. Going to be taken nicely by Jerry Tawai. Now passing it back across the back line for the Fijians. Nice pop pass on the inside. Nathunu now goes back across 26 meters out from the line. That's actually hit Jerry Tawai in the forehead, and it's a penalty there to France. It's unfortunate, isn't it? You get smacked in the forehead with the ball, and not only that, you get penalised for it as well. Jerry Tawai, he grabbed the ball beautifully. And like they're saying, he's not looking 100% here, Jerry Tawai, at the moment. Hopefully he is going to be all right. I know that we've already seen a really bad injury for Perry Baker, and I don't believe he will be returning for the USA throughout today or maybe the next couple of sevens tournaments, depending on how well he is going. Now backline movement. Traubal trying to find the step. He's beautifully offloaded it. Now France with the step on the inside. And this will be the try that possibly gives them the lead here, France. And it's going to be Grandidier, the man who got subbed off due to the yellow card, but now he's back out there and ready to go. And also wasn't even stronger. What's even stranger is that they streamed day one yesterday. They just can't think of an explanation. Very strange. For the one moment, ladies and gentlemen, hay fever's kicking me in the face. I will do this very quickly, and then we will be back. There we go. We're all better now, but that one has gone over. So France are going to have a 21 points to 19 lead. And if you're in Australia, it's stream.ko. It says yes, but there. And yeah, New Zealand have got Sky. But other than that, normally it is on YouTube because he's actually in Romania. Fun fact. That's going to be backwards that time. Now it's a knock on. And France have once again got themselves a scrum feed down. Yep, it was live yesterday. Says Nasal. So it seems very weird that they've just forgotten or something. Unless, imagine if World Rugby's received a copyright strike for streaming their own game. That's the only thing that I can think of alongside it, unless they're just, no, because this is the quarterfinal. I was going to say maybe they're just saving it for the finals. These are the big matches at the moment, so you're not too sure about the reason. But at the moment, France, they have got themselves a 2-point lead. 3 minutes left in this game. If they score now, they might be able to go through to that semi-final to take on the winner of Samoa versus South Africa. Ball pops out the back, nicely taken by France. Now another step back to the halfway line. Fiji need to fire themselves back in there. It's just a fact, not necessarily fun. It snowed again today, says Sebastian. And also, as a final or semi today, they are both today. So they will be taking place a little bit later on New Zealand time. Wide cutout pass. It's a knock on from Trabal. If he took that and ran in, it could have been the match winner for France. But because he has put it down, it keeps Fiji in the game for just a little bit longer. France have won 3 out of the 10 Cup quarterfinal meetings against Fiji. So actually, not a terrible record overall. France, they've got a capable side. The Fiji, they need a try and they need it soon. Okay, a little bit of an argument going on at the scrum at the moment. Tensions are running high out there on the field. I believe there was Nathunio in the middle and also Dalgunu. Just weren't quite happy with the way that it's going at scrum time. Okay. Like they're saying, France are trying to get underneath the front row of Fiji, which is why they are setting themselves so low early on. And I was at the thumbs up from Cirillo. And there, but now the ball goes out the back line for Fiji. 2 minutes left to try and put an impact in this game. It's going to be a great run forward from Rasaku, breaking a couple tackles, ball on the inside. And now Nathunu going. He has been dragged down. Tries to find the offline, unable to do so. I would call that an advantage to Fiji there with the way that the French player did end up going straight over the ball. But now backline, this will be the chance. Jerry Tawai, he goes over. And when that man needs to step up, he steps up well and truly. And he is celebrating big time. First try of Vancouver for Jerry Tawai. And what a time to score it with 1 minute left on the clock in a quarterfinal to try and book yourself the semi up against Samoa or the Blitz box. Nathunio, he has been absolutely sensational. Go Fiji, says Luke there. Yeah, now they have taken the lead just at the last moment of this game. Still a minute left though, so France still have a fighting chance. But for now, Fiji, they have got the lead. A kick that is missed. So now 45 seconds left in this game. Fiji have got themselves a 3-point lead. The thing that slightly concerns me is if it gets to full time, Fiji are just as likely to try and have one more attack, which could cost them. But I hope that they are going to kick that ball out if they do get the chance. They'll kick it deep into France's area, Now I'll run it straight sideways. Great tackle on Bouchier. Now Jordan Sifo also out on the field. France using their backline. Riva goes out to Trabal. You cannot give that man space. He's running straight sideways. Lined up there. Jordan Sifu. He's going to be dragged down back to Trabal here. France have got a 3-on-1 on the outside here. And if they can find it. Oh, he's passed it into touch. It's a mistake. That was the final play of the day. And that is going to be full time. Heartbreak for France. But ecstaticness for Fiji. Is ecstaticness even a word? I don't think it is. And I was going to go there. He's the only player in sevens of having double Olympic gold, Mr. Tawai. There's Nazo and also defense Fiji and Bulavanaka. First game warm-up. And there says Abe exactly right. The next game, Samoa or South Africa. Going to be a tough one. But hopefully it is a very exciting match. But nonetheless, we will be transferring over to our next live stream, which is South Africa versus Samoa, to see exactly who these guys will be playing in the semi-final. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all